Welcome to Art Lectio, a space where the enjoyment of art is restored to its original purpose, contemplation that leads to transformation. Today we are reflecting on the Ghent Altarpiece by Jan van Eyck, focusing on its closed configuration. This is the first of two devotionals on this masterpiece, beginning with the outer panels that invite us into a quiet, anticipatory narrative. As we gaze upon the closed altarpiece, we encounter a muted world of restrained tones and contemplative figures. The upper panels depict the moment of the Annunciation. Archangel Gabriel, holding a lily, approaches the Virgin Mary, who receives the news with humble surrender. The architectural setting is simple. Its linear perspective draws our eyes towards the divine exchange. Above them, ancient prophets and sibyls look on, specifically the prophets Zechariah and Micah, and the sibyls Erythrian and Cumean. Now these sibyls, female prophets, they're from Greco-Roman tradition, believed to have foretold Christ's coming despite not belonging to Jewish tradition. This reflects the universal reach of the gospel. Their expressions are etched with known anticipation. Below we have patrons, Jodocus Vich and Elizabeth Bolut, and they kneel in prayer, flanked by the austere figures of St. John the Baptist and St. John the Evangelist, rendered like stone statues from a sacred past. The closed configuration speaks of thresholds, moments where the familiar world hushes in preparation for something extraordinary. Mary is now pregnant, but she must wait. The moment captures the now but not yet of God's promise. The incarnation has begun, but its full revelation lies ahead still. And the panels remain closed, physically embodying this period of anticipation. A visual reminder that God's work often requires waiting. Gabriel's presence reminds us that the divine interruptions often come unannounced, yet with purpose. Mary's stillness reflects the posture of a heart surrendered to God's will. The prophets, witnesses of promise, draw our attention to the long arc of redemption, culminating in the event this moment foretells. And we, like the donors in prayer, find ourselves kneeling at the threshold of mystery. The quiet tones of the panels invite us into the stillness that precedes revelation. A reminder that God's work often begins in silence. Be still and know that I am God. This resonates here, encouraging us to linger in the hush of expectation. The closed panels reflect the waiting inherent in the church calendar. Traditionally, they would remain shut during Advent and Lent, only to be opened on feast days like Christmas or Easter. Tomorrow, we will open the altarpiece in our next daily devotion, witnessing the glory that follows the waiting. Lord of quiet beginnings, thank you for silent moments where you prepare our hearts for your work. Teach us to embrace stillness with trust, like Mary, and to wait with the patience of the prophets who knew that your promises never fail. May we kneel like the patrons with hearts open to your presence. Amen. Let us rest now in the hush of the closed altarpiece. Breathe deeply and imagine standing before these panels, letting the muted tones and watchful figures draw you into a sacred stillness. This is a moment of anticipation, much like the waiting of pregnancy, a time when life has begun but has not yet been revealed. Allow the quiet anticipation to settle in your soul as you wait for God's gentle voice. The closed panels themselves embody this now but not yet reality. The promise is there, but the fulfillment remains hidden until the time is right. What thresholds of expectation are present in your life right now? Where might God be inviting you into stillness? Today, let us practice pausing before moments of transition, whether before a conversation, or a task, or a decision, and invite God's presence into that space. Thank you for joining me for today's daily reflection. Consider joining me tomorrow morning for part 2 to start your day well. Tap the bell icon to be notified, or if you can't wait, you can watch the clip on your screen for more inspiration.